Greetings of peace, love, and harmony. I am Mandy Samosi, and today we're going to talk about gatekeeping. I'm about to get real juicy on y'all, so I hope you buckle up, because some of you may be triggered, and I'm going to be glad. So like, comment, and subscribe. As my kitten claws at me, because I guess she's a hater too. So, I'm kidding. She likes to play with my hands. So anyway, back to our regular scheduled programs. What I want to let you all know that gatekeeping is nothing new. Gatekeeping is African. Gatekeeping is ancestral. Gatekeeping is spiritual. Gatekeeping is necessary. Gatekeeping is what we should be doing, especially if you are Black. Gatekeeping is a part of our culture. And I know we live in a world now, social media, where people will literally say, don't gatekeep, tell me, don't tell them nothing. Nothing. And it's not to be mean or to be rude, but it's to preserve culture and it's to keep sacred things sacred. And over the years, I don't consider myself an elder millennial, but I'm on like the cusp of eldership in the millennial community. I've just seen our culture be diminished from girls taking the way that we look, the way Black girls dress, talk, act, blah, blah, blah. You see non-Black girls doing that. I've seen it with white boys acting a certain way. You've seen it go from that to the extremes of what it is now. And the dangers of it all is that when we are sharing all of this information on the internet, it's not just allowing for people to see our things and see our thoughts and see our creations. It's also allowing for AI and these huge companies and technologies to learn and see our culture and our creations. And our culture, African American culture, I do not subscribe to the FBA stuff. I don't know what that is. Sounds like a Facebook association. Don't know nothing about it. Right? But for those of us who are African American, whose ancestors were enslaved, who dealt with the ills of this country and who helped to build it, our culture's currency is huge and it's copied everywhere. Everywhere. And companies are learning that with AI, they can learn to imitate our culture without us, because we are giving everything away on the internet for free. They used to have to go through a gatekeeper. Hip hop once had gatekeepers, believe it or not. All of our cultures, it once had gatekeeping. One moment. Okay, so I am back. One of my favorite books is Sobonfu Some's Spirit of Intimacy. She is from Burkina Faso. She was married to Malidoma Some, who wrote a lot of books of Order and of Spirits, one of his most popular ones. And it's about his journey from being kidnapped at 3 years old from like the colonizers and being brought up in a Christian school to going back home to learning about his culture and being initiated in his process. But Malidoma Some, his wife, she never was kidnapped. She stayed in the culture and she wrote this book, and it gives, of course, it's called Spirit of Intimacy, like I said, but it allows you insight into a bit of culture that I believe is transparent and, well, I believe that's prevalent, the basics of which are prevalent throughout all of West Africa, as well as through the diaspora. So gatekeeping is a topic that she speaks on in that. And she talks about how it's spiritual. She talks about what gatekeepers did. She talks about how they were. She talks about why they were what they were. And we have to learn to bring back and reinstate our gatekeepers. On the internet, we have a huge desire to always want to be right, to always want to look like we know everything, to always look like we want to be the one like correct. And we got to get over that. So what if somebody's asking the question and they're like, let me know. Go find a Black person, especially if you're Black. Go find your community. Go ask them, why are you asking on the internet? You know, I see all these posts about like Black people. Let me know what your grandparents' biggest thing of wisdom that they taught you. Why? We have to begin to question why. And we have to begin to like, even those things that seem innocent. Our community is not on the internet with all of these eyes watching. It's just not. And I feel like as social media has progressed and as time has progressed, we have gone away from creating families or communities that are in person, and we communicate and we commune with each other online without knowing and without being conscious that other people are watching. And these other people aren't even people, they're entities like AI is watching. Gatekeepers exist spiritually to keep the entities at bay. You understand? And so these entities now that are physical AI bots and algorithms, whatever, we now have to exist to protect ourselves from those entities. So I really, truly want Black people to stop giving our recipes away, to stop giving our information away, to stop giving our lingo away, the way we talk, the way we dress, the way we do everything, because they can create these AI deepfakes that are like, wait, I thought that was us. It ain't us. Ain't got no soul, they ain't got no sauce. But for who they're selling it to, they don't care about it because they never cared about our soul. They never cared about our sauce. We've always said that they care about our sauce as long as they can recreate it and monetize off of it. And we've always said things like they want our culture, but they don't want us. This technology is making it extremely easy for them to do that. I'm tired of seeing the K-pop artists. I'm sorry, that was a tangent. It popped out. I'm so tired of them. I'm tired of it because that's another thing that I feel like Black people have allowed to happen as well, because they're not white. They're another people of color. And because they're people of color, they can't cause harm to us. That's BS. Arabs were colonizers, are colonizers. They are people of color. And they are causing a lot of damage and a lot of harm that I won't go into on this video. But we cannot let our guard down just because they're not white. I cannot go into Korean anything. I can't even go into certain white spaces without them being sacred about their aspects of their culture. It is normal for every culture to have gatekeepers and to be sacred about their things. We as Black people, especially in the diaspora, who've been so devalued, so we feel like I do feel like subconsciously we always feel like we have this need to show our value. And one of the ways that we subconsciously do that is through the internet. But no, we don't need to show it to the world anymore. We need to learn how to gatekeep it. need to learn how to keep it sacred. Keeping our culture sacred allows for us to not be so triggered whenever some random white person who we let in goes off on a tangent, or we dig up something from their past and we see that they've said a bunch of crazy stuff. Like, if we learn to keep our culture sacred, because we let white people in way too easily, and we're way too amused and pleased and giving and forgiving. Meanwhile, over 600,000 Black women in 2025 have been pushed out of jobs. I am one of them. And while that's happening, AI can just come in and create all of this data and create all these new jobs and create all these Black faces. Literally, digital Black faces was happening right before our eyes. Our culture is being replaced with this stuff. AI to me is worse than locusts, because with locusts, they take time. With locusts, you can see them coming like, oh Lord, I can prepare, I can ward them off, I can do whatever. But with AI, it's just like that. Just like that, you can be psyoped. Just like that, the culture can be gone, created into an image, a video of whole artists with Black people behind it. Timbaland should be a gatekeeper in our community, and Timbaland is getting all the sauce away. Y'all letting it happen. Even Lupe Fiasco is doing some stuff with AI. And I'm just like, what? We're just letting it happen. People who I thought would have had a stronger stance, especially people like Lupe Fiasco, it's just like, oof, who are you? Is the check that pretty? But I digress. If you're Black, you need to gatekeep, period. Other cultures don't need to be told this because they automatically gatekeep in to give ourselves some slack. Other cultures' culture isn't desired as much as ours. Certain aspects of their cultures are, but for us, it's like everything is. Yet we're gaslit to told that it's not. And like I said before, they want everything that we have, but they don't want us, because over 600,000 Black women have been pushed out of the workforce. I am one of them. So please like, comment, subscribe, donate to the channel, support the channel, because I'm going to be doing a lot of work. This 2026, countdown to 2026 is only one of the things I'm going to be doing. I have a lot of big things in motion for us in 2026 as well. So support and get off the internet and find your tribe and find your community to ask those questions in person so that you do not have to be on the internet. Like, comment, subscribe. Share also. And I shouldn't have to beg you to do this. You should just automatically want to do it. Peace.